why we would still charge for 100 units even though the building is only 90% occupied. I was asked a question the other day in my YouTube comments, so I wanted to kind of address this. Someone was asking why we would still charge for 100 units even though the building is only 90% occupied, right? Like if it's on like a new build, or even if you get to an apartment and they're like, hey, we're only at 80% or 86% occupancy, right? You charge 100% because that is your service fee, right? If you, not only does it make the math easy, right, on the contract written, but at any point, an apartment complex's goal is to reach 100% occupancy. It may happen, it may never happen. It happens more frequently on new builds, right, that are brand new and people want to come in and be the first persons to live there. But you might get something that's like an A level to a B level apartment that is, borderline, and they're like, hey, we're always at like 86 to 90%. But you know what? Just because you're at that 86 to 90% doesn't mean that at some point you can't be at 92, 94, 96, 100%. You never know. So you want to charge the 100% occupancy rate up front because, like I said, not only does it make the accounting and the math easy, but I've also been in a position before where an apartment complex then we had a contract with then decided to add 4 additional units. And we had to go back and be like, well, wait a second, you're adding 4 units that you want me to service. That's not in the contract. The contract was for X amount of units. Well, but we're only at like 92%. So really this is kind of falls into nope, right? So we had to renegotiate and we had to add those 4 units into the contract as an addendum, just because it needs to be on the up and up of you have this many units. I never know what your occupancy rate is because I'm not calling you and I'm not checking in every month to be like, what apartments am I not supposed to service today? So it makes the math easy, it makes the contract easy, it makes it very straightforward depending on whatever occupancy they have because of just turnover. So always bill at your full rate, and it's kind of industry standard. In the National Trash Valet course I do talk about an occupancy ratio that you can give them, but that's something where you're calling annually, you're checking in annually and being like, hey, what's your ratio at? That wouldn't apply here, right? So it's easier and more straightforward for everybody involved if you just stick to the full amount of units that are there for, like I said, contract purposes, accounting, and just overall accountability on both sides of the apartment complex and yourself. All right, hopefully you enjoyed what I had. Hopefully it was a little bit more, in tune with what you're looking for. If you could throw a like on, throw a comment on, and we'll be on the next video. See you then.